Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Welcome back, everyone, to the BVG Entertainment Hearts of Rebates. It's been a minute,
Yes, it has.
long ass minute. Okay, yes. Uh, this is our official debate league.
Yes.
We had a champion, the Wolf, Jim Green. He left and stole the belt. By the way, the belt
Holds up your pants.
holds up your pants, fine threaded rope,
Yes.
beautiful logo on it. Yeah, he took the belt and left, and he did not explain anything. So we decided we would do another belt. The belt too. Same belt, but has two on top.
This one you can actually kill somebody with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you technically can like choke the other person with the first one too. So the second belt was up for grabs between the remaining players, Andrew Barr and Joe Farrelly. But you know what happened?
What happened?
Joe never showed up for that match. So Barr just did a random debate against Garth. And he defended his number one contender because, I mean, what else? And then we couldn't schedule Barr. But the Wolf came back. So you know what? This is a unifying title for both belts. Between, where's my goddamn things? I'm not prepared. The Wolf and the Fuzz.
Yes.
The Wolf and the Fuzz. You may ask yourself, where is Barr during this?
He's recording his show right now. That's where he is. Instead of being here, he's recording
He
his show.
can play the champ after we have a champ.
You know, in 6 months.
Cool. So we have our returning champion, the Wolf.
Jim! Mike!
Why did you took the fucking belt, Jim?
Because it felt like it.
Fair. Let me show you. Last time you were here, you look like this. And you took the belt.
Yeah.
Just fucking took it. And now you look different.
A little bit.
But good.
That was my Chandler being flock of seagulls face.
Have you heard of the Fuzz, Joe Farrelly?
Who?
Exactly. Speaking of the Fuzz,
Hi.
you did not show up the last time we invited you to do this.
No, I wasn't. I saw it was there. I just went, eh.
Fair. So we are rewarding you with a title shot. How you feel?
Well, I kind of feel it's quite important actually because recently some shit went on sale.
Yes.
Where's the fucking link?
Yeah, get the goddamn link up here. What are you doing?
Boom! Oh, no. Boom!
Unfortunately, I actually only have 5 belts
Shit.
at the moment. Yeah, but this is for 2 belts.
That's true.
Oh!
Just for accuracy, I feel like
That
kinda need to do
actually
this,
makes a lot
otherwise-
of sense.
otherwise you guys are just. Otherwise, the video store becomes liars, and we don't want that. We don't.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Get out of here. Mike and I don't judge these things.
No.
For 2 reasons. One is difficult to pay attention while you're producing. And second, we're lazy.
Yeah.
So we had 3 people here that we will ask to pay attention and decide who argued the best. The first one is Dylan. The second one is Javi.
Why'd you rope me into this?
How you doing, Javi?
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna.
And the third one is David. Cool. Okay. So we're bringing the players in. You guys know how this works. We will spin the wheel because we did this before we had the magic hat. If not, but for now,
we would have the magic cat here.
the wheel has categories in it. We will spin the wheel. Whatever category comes up, we will ask you a question in that category. You will have 15 seconds to do an opening statement, and then you have 2 minutes to freely debate. And then, you get a 10-second close. Jim, since you're the champ, you get to pick if you want to pick first or second. Remember, we just we ship between each question. If you pick first in the first question, you pick first in the second question, so on and so forth. We have 8 questions. The first one to 5 wins. If it's 4 to 4, we have a tiebreak. Yes. Okay, so Jim, you want to pick the first question or the second question?
I don't know. I want to know what the wheel is, man.
Do we let them see the wheel first? I don't remember that.
Fuck it. Let's let them see the wheel.
How am I supposed to pick first or second if I get? I don't want first pick of like some shitty category that ends up getting here. Like fuck that.
Fair. Okay, so here it is. Here's the wheel, and your first question is going to be in the category of.
I do have a question. Is tall people now a race?
No.
Okay. Damn it. Okay.
Games. The first question will be in the category of games.
I'll go second.
Good shit. Okay, guys. Here's the question. Wait, we have a private chat. Okay, cool, Javi. We have a question in games. And your question is, what is the worst game included in the just released TMNT Cowabunga collection? You get to pick first, Joe.
You guys aren't strict.
Yeah, Google it. I can tell you it's 13 games. It has the 2 arcade games, the 3 NES games, the Turtles in Time Super Nintendo game, the Hyperstone whatever in the Sega Genesis game, the 3 TMNT tournament fighters from the NES, the SNES, and Genesis, and the 3 Game Boy games. So a lot of shit in there. Pick one.
Right. This is great entertainment. They say Dead Air is like perfect for this sort of thing. I think
this is why we do live shit.
Exactly. Yeah. If anybody can do Dead Air, great. It's a video store.
Javi, do you like TMNT?
Not the games. I never played them.
That didn't help. Dylan, do you like TMNT?
Yeah.
God damn it. David, do you like TMNT?
I actually had like a collection of arcade games from all the shit.
This is probably in this. They just keep recycling.
Yeah, it's like a fighting game, and that was like the Turtles, Shredder, Casey Jones.
Yeah, this is in this game too.
Is Radical Rescue part of it?
Oh fuck!
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's the Game Boy one, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, Jim, you get to pick now.
I'm gonna go with Fall of the Foot Clan.
Okay, and there we go. They both pick Game Boy games. I'm gonna put a timer. You have 15 seconds. Check here. Okay. When you start, I start the timer.
I mean, Radical Rescue is clearly the worst game released in this collection. It's epically flawed, and what it really is, it's really just like a Mario ripoff. And I think if you're going to play a game like that, especially on a Nintendo system, you're going to play Mario. But it's just a Mario ripoff.
Time. Else is disregarded. Okay. Jim, 15 seconds when you start speaking.
I'm picking Fall of the Foot Clan because it is the first Game Boy release, and it is the worst Game Boy release. It's trying to follow up on the great arcade games and the original NES game, and it just falls completely flat, especially when you're coming off of the great the arcade game.
The greatness of the arcade, disregard. Okay. I'll come back to let you know when you have 10 seconds, or if you get boring,
Shut the fuck up, Bar. Nobody likes it. This could have been a
if it gets boring, I'll just come in early. Okay. 2 minutes.
I think the benefit of Fall of the Foot Clan is that you've got so much epicness to it. It's one of those where Turtles at its peak. 1990s had it fantastically, and you get these 5 awesome levels. You get to play as all 4 turtles just to rescue April. It's just what a turtle game needs to be.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna play Fall of the Foot Clan, it's like in the Cowabunga collection. Like I'm gonna fire up the PS5 to play that. No, not at all, because it's like it hurts it so much that it comes after. It's in there right after, oh, we got the arcade game, and then you got number 2, you got Ninja Turtles 2 on the NES version, which is basically just the arcade game. So it's still good. It just doesn't have the multiplayer. But then it's like Fall of the Foot Clan. Nah.
I mean, come on, your life bar is pizza. I mean, everything about it. There's actually some thought that went into it. But Radical Rescue, the issue is it's just the Mario ripoff. It's just going through a single level, flat level, jumping over some things, and it's rescue in the end. But with
at least it's something different. Hey,
it's not something different. It's just Mario again. But at least this time you've got the 4 different turtles to play as throughout the game. You've got 5 completely different levels throughout, and it doesn't feel like a Mario ripoff. It feels like its own thing.
Yeah, but it's not. You're saying it's bad because it's not as good as Mario, and a lot of games aren't as good as Mario, man. Like, come on, it isn't not as good as Mario, but mine is bad compared to the other Turtle games. You're like, this is bad because it's not as good as Mario, because nothing is as good as Mario.
But I'm saying this one is actually good because apart from taking stuff, so it's the movies and the cartoon that were big at the time. But with your game, what they decided to do is they actually tried to take some stuff instead of just inventing some stuff and doing some Mario ripoffs. What they decided to do is take some stuff from the comic books and actually invent it into the game. Stuff like bats and spitting bats.
Yeah, but nobody read the comic book, so who cares about that?
But at least there's some care going into it. I think that's the most important thing. It's care, and you can tell the care is there.
Time. Good shit. Okay. Okay. So Hot Fuzz went first. Jim, 10 seconds for your closing.
Okay, Joe's whole argument is that it's not as good as Mario. No game, obviously, it's not as good as Mario. My argument is that this is the worst game in the collection out of the Ninja Turtle games. That's the argument.
Time. Okay. 10 seconds, Joe.
Actually, my argument is that both games are basically Mario ripoffs, but the difference with Jim's game is that there's actually some care gone into it, some thought, some care, and you can actually see that progressing throughout the game, on which is what you don't get in Radical Rescue.
Time. Good shit. Okay. You're both wrong. The worst games in that collection are the Tournament Fighters, any of the 3. They're all shit. Javi, who won this debate?
Why am I starting? Knowing very little about TMNT games, both gave arguments as to why they're bad. I think the problem I kept running into was Jim was referring to past games and comparing them to the past games, and I can't say whether that's better or worse, whereas Joe was able to say, hey, it's a Mario ripoff, which is something I can relate to, and I don't like Mario ripoffs. So I'm going to go with Joe.
Cool. Dylan.
Yeah, this was tough. I would have also sided with Joe just because I think he gave more about the actual.
Cool. Joe gets the point. There we go. Oh, wait. Your vote doesn't count. So, Joe gets the point. Start the match. I would have probably gone with Jim. But, the fuck do I know? Hot Fuzz. Get 1 point. Okay. Back to the wheel. And the next question. Ooh,
fuck me.
Online trivia leads. In this one, the wolf gets to pick first. Your question, sir, is: since the video store is the best Who is the second best faction? Thundercum, Club Bread, or the Snowflakes?
I don't know who any of these people are. I'm gonna go a fun dunkum.
Cool. Joe, what do you pick?
Snowflakes.
Okay. Snowflakes versus Thundercum. Shit, we have Snowflakes in the back. That's gonna be an issue.
I don't know who any of these fucking people are.
Nobody picked Club Bread Bar. Nobody. Okay.
I like how Barr was like, can't do it, but he's here commenting on every video.
Yeah, Thundercum is Meltzer and the gang.
I don't know who
And
Meltzer
the, and
is.
the Snowflake is Coho and the gang.
That's the ding right there.
And nobody likes Club Bread. Okay. 15 seconds. Go.
I went with Fun DMC, Fun Dunkum, because I lost to them in a trivia match yesterday. Spoiler alert. Sorry. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah. And they got cool shirts. Who doesn't love Run DMC but Fun?
Okay. Joe, 15 seconds.
You actually look at the way the Snowflakes or the Kingsmen are run, and you actually have to look at the stuff they've achieved already. You actually look at the amount of just for fandom as an example, you can see the amount of title contenders they've had over the years. Just this year, they've had Scully twice, they've had Albert, they've had so many of these title contenders going through, and even great rookies like Javi.
Even great rookies disregarded when you're pandering to the judges. Disregard. Okay. Got 2 minutes.
Yeah, so the worst thing about the Snowflakes is that their faction name is so bad that we have to change it to the Snowflakes because they're trying to be like, oh, we're based off of this really good movie, but actually we kind of suck.
I mean, they literally changed the name of yours as well. So, I mean, what are we going on about here?
Yeah, but at least it's like close to Fun DMC. Like yours is just like the Kingsman is just the Snowflakes because we know that's what they actually are. Fun DMC, at least there's fun still in it, and that's the big part. That's why the video store is the best, is because it's fun.
And it has champs in it. But you've got you've got Kingsman, and Kingsman, you've got players, you've got Scully, you've got Albert, you've got Javi, you've got Boatman, you've got Holtzman, you've got Coho, you've got all these players that are just coming through and just constantly you've got Caleb Boatman, someone who is just skyrocketing at the moment in the levels of trivia. You've got Javi's coming through as a rookie, you've got Scully and Albert who have been title matches after title matches.
So what does that really mean? Like Bowman, everybody loved Boatman and Jack of all trivia. Like who cares? Javi's pretty cool, but I lost to him and Holtzman spoiler alert, I don't know. I lost to them like less recently than I lost to a Fun DMC person. So that makes Fun DMC better.
See, I feel like you're taking it a bit too personally.
No, you gotta take it personally. That's why the video store is the best. I'm not just gonna go, I'm not counting like, oh, Scully and Albert and Boatman won these things. Like, oh, cool.
I never said they won. They title contended because
when we all scroll Letterboxd and we see those like 6 people all log something, we all roll our eyes. Yeah. So, but Fun DMC, if Fun DMC logs something, I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I mean, we're talking about cool, but we're talking about best. Best means, competing.
10 seconds.
And they're competing for titles. Caleb Bowman's winning titles. And,
who cares? There's their name.
No. Okay. You pick first. Okay, so 10 seconds to wrap her up. Go.
Wait, he goes first, doesn't he?
You open?
I picked first. Yeah.
Go.
Look, I always said Coho, Scully, Albert, Boatman, Cameron, Caleb. They're all fantastic players, all achieving very much. And I doubt that any Jim can name any members of Fun DMC, at least not that many as I've named. Remember
them? No. Okay. 10 seconds.
Melissa Woody, Anthony Tisdall, Abel Something, and Jake Meltzer, all significantly more tolerable than the rest of all those Snowflakes that you named, especially Caleb Coho. With Fun DMC,
Time.
you don't got to deal with Coho.
You don't get Coho disregard. I
Don't
love how he
have
said
to
like
disregard that.
I love how he said just able something. That was great. Okay. David, you didn't get to vote. The previous one. Who wins this one?
I I went with Joe because
Cool.
I think Jim did well despite not being a big fan of the channel, it seems, but I'm going with Joe.
God damn it, it's kicking your ass.
Nazario, you put the guy I
Your
pandered
vote doesn't
to most
count.
last. Why did you put the guy I pandered to most last? That's just ridiculous.
Okay. This is 2 points. Shit. It's gonna be short.
Probably.
Okay. 2 is enough. Third category, Hot Fuzz gets to pick again. Where's the thing?
Just don't be that one thing I don't want.
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Fuck.
There we go.
Being tall is in a race.
Exactly. Okay, guys. Hot Fuzz gets to pick first. In your category, who the hell jumped in our call?
I think it's Barr just chilling. I think that's Barr.
Cool.
Hey, fuck you, Barr.
In a wrestling category, what is the best gimmick played by Mick Foley?
Go for it.
If you're gonna Google, you have to do it with your hands on screen. Those are the rules. God damn it.
It's either Mick Foley, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, Mankind. There's
Yeah,
4 of them.
those are the options.
Because I know a lot about wrestling. Cactus.
Cactus Jack. And what do you pick, Jim?
I'm gonna pick Mankind.
Take it. Okay. Timer for. Are you done Googling? Cool. Okay, 15 seconds. Go.
Mick Foley said himself he loved being Cactus. He said that some of the others ran their course and he just said, I love being Cactus. Apparently, he said that in an interview in 1997.
Cool. He yielded like 7 seconds. Efficient. Okay. Jim, you got 15 seconds. Go.
Mick Foley was his most over when he was Mankind at King of the Ring and when he won the WWF Championship.
Short and sweet. Okay. You got 2 minutes.
You have to remember that Cactus Jack was Mick Foley's hardcore wrestling gimmick.
Yeah,
he was mostly used in WCW and ECW and Japan. And was someone who was focused on inflicting pain and did this with use of barbed wire wrapped baseball bats.
Yeah, of course. What were some of his best matches as Cactus Jack there, Joe?
I mean, the thing is, he also likes slamming his opponent on a mat full of thumbtacks among
Right.
other weapons.
But the most memorable moment of Mick Foley's career is when Undertaker threw him off the Hell in a Cell at King of the Ring 1998 as Mankind. And then he came back and then got thrown through the Hell in a Cell. And that was the most Mick Foley was ever over.
Yes, but I think somebody once, someone who wrote an article that's at the top of the list on Google once said that Cactus Jack's brutality and Dude Love's peace and love make quite a pair. There's no mention of Mankind there.
Oh, okay. So now Dude Love is what's helping Cactus Jack. But also in 1999, January, when WCW spoiled the results of Mankind going to win the WWF title, that is what turned the Monday Night Wars to go back to WWF because so many people wanted to tune in to see Mankind, not Cactus Jack, win the WWF title. And Mankind also in one of the best tag teams of the Attitude Era with The Rock and Sock Connection, which has the highest rated segment in the history of professional wrestling, which is This Is Your Life when Mankind threw The Rock a birthday party.
But But you have to remember that as time went on, Mankind became a lot more of a comedy gimmick, which means that obviously they had to change the outlook of the character. It's not something that could stay true to its origins and roots, unlike Cactus Jack, which being a plant is perfect at staying true to its roots.
Which it's because he was Mankind for much longer than he was Cactus Jack, so Mankind had to evolve.
So you could say
Cactus Jack was just
course, but Cactus Jack left the audience wanting more.
Good shit.
We didn't want to get cut off.
Exactly. That is smart. Okay. Hot Fuzz, you pick first. You got 10 seconds. Wait, did I do that right again?
No, you keep getting it confused.
God damn it, I'm sorry. You don't know.
Okay, fuck it. 10 seconds.
The most money Mick Foley ever made, and the highest ratings he ever did, and the most times he was WWF champion, he was Mankind. The answer is Mankind. Fuck Cactus Jack.
Perfect timing. 10 seconds.
Mick Foley said he loved Cactus Jack, and it's a character that stayed true to its origin and roots. Mankind was one they had to constantly change and change it from something serious to something comedic.
2 seconds to spare. I like it. Okay. How do you look like a wrestling fan?
Yeah, no, that's me. Famous wrestling fan, Javi Madden.
Who wants to do it?
Although I do love Joe's sticking true to its roots joke, I'm going to go with Jim.
Good shit. David.
I am actually really impressed with how Joe was able to actually look like he was making arguments.
Give it to Jim, David. Just give it to Jim.
But yeah, mankind falling through Selena Celis and all.
Go shit. Okay. So, the comeback.
I like how Joe just read off of the article that he pulled up.
2-1. Okay. So, Jim, you get to pick first in this one. Your next question is in the category of
What the fuck does that?
Special secret category. Good shit. Okay. Here's your special secret category question. What is the best spread for bagels?
Cream cheese.
Joe.
Butter.
That's a good choice. Both. God damn it. Okay. Nobody went with something weird like peanut butter. Okay. Jim, 15 seconds.
The answer is cream cheese. Philadelphia cream cheese on a everything bagel is just chef's kiss. Perfect. That's what you can get in New York. They love it so much that they'll even eat Philadelphia cream cheese in New York.
Good shit. Okay. Joe.
Butter is universal. Whether you're having it on the everything bagel, whether you're having something just simple as ham and cheese or something with salad, you can have the butter. The butter even complements the cream cheese. The fact of the matter is, butter is a staple, and it will be there. It'll be throughout all the bagels, not just one.
Nice. Love how you're getting the timing of this show. Okay. 2 minutes. Good luck.
Joe, I just named my favorite bagel. That's the perfection. I just named the perfection. But you're just like, oh, butter goes good on fucking salads and ham and cheese. I'm like, okay, cool.
You know, not everybody's going to like your favorite bagel. Like they said, what is the best, not what is your favorite. Yeah. And I think that's the difference. People make this problem all the time. What is the best versus what is your favorite? But the thing is, the best is something that is universal, something that throughout constant reviews, no matter how many the millions of people.
The best spread for bagels is cream cheese. That's why it's so specific to bagels, is that cream cheese is the best spread for bagels. Whereas you're just like butter because it's so universal and everybody likes it. It's like if somebody just really loves butter, they'll just get toast because butter on bagels isn't that. It's not even good. It just makes the bagel kind of like soggy on the inside. Whereas like because it's
Jim, I get this is debate. I get it, and I get you have to argue your point, but saying that butter on a bagel is not even good, you're just making yourself look stupid.
No, it's not because because that's what With toast, you're making the hard toast kind of like softer, which makes it easier to eat and go
You
down.
can toast a bagel, Jim.
Yeah,
You
but
can
the
toast a bagel.
bagels always stay soft. That's what makes it awesome about a bagel. And then the cream cheese on the bagel doesn't make the bagel soggy. When your butter melts into the bagel, it just makes it all like mushy and kind of like
No.
like,
You'd
it's
be
just now it's
sparing.
the
You have
butter.
to be, the butter is a complement. It adds to the ham or to the bacon or to the salad or to no matter
Yeah,
or
see,
to the
you're like,
the salt beef.
It adds
You,
to all
my
these
friend,
other things that aren't.
you
the
head
bagel.
down to You come down to London. You head down to Brick Lane. You get yourself a salt beef bagel with some pickles
Oh yeah,
and some butter.
what's those world famous London bagels? No, New York bagels with Philadelphia. Again, they like cream cheese is so
10
good.
seconds.
Philadelphia cream cheese in New York is used. That's how good the cream cheese is.
And I'm sure there's some places put some butter on it too. Just
Okay. I'm not gonna get this right. So who goes first?
I picked first, so Joe goes first now.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. 10 seconds.
Look, butter may be universal, but there's a reason it's universal. It's because it's very, very well loved, and it goes with everything. He talks about one specific type of bagel. No, it might be good on that bagel, but it's not good on every bagel like butter is. That's why it's the best.
Time. Barely got it in there. Okay. Jim, 10 seconds.
Again, that was my favorite bagel. Joe keeps saying that how butter is universal. I don't care about how universal butter is. I'm going with what's best on bagels because we're talking about bagels, not salads, bacons, hams.
Time. Okay.
In the bagel.
I forgot to do this one in the last one. Your vote didn't count. So you go first now.
Got it. I think Jim's argument of cream cheese being like more synonymous with bagels is what swayed me, so I'm going with Jim.
Good shit. Okay. Javi, do you know what a bagel is?
I do, yeah.
It's
Okay.
pronounced bagel.
It's not. I think Jim going with this is my favorite bagel with this, and this is my favorite spread on it. Kind of lost me just because it's difficult to argue something when it's specifically your thing. Whereas Joe sold me on it works well with everything, but neither of you guys said Nutella. So can I not vote, or do I have to vote?
Yes, no vote.
I don't like
Okay.
nuts.
David.
People have a nut allergy, so it can't be the best. God.
I hate when people are like, the New York thing is the best, so I'm going to go with Joe.
Okay, since we have a tie, Mike,
Take
who
you for
won?
a salt beef bagel at Star Wars Celebration, David.
Mike, who won?
Shit. Okay, so I was only half paying attention because, was supposed to be the host here. So I did like the fact that Joe was bringing up that it goes with everything. But Jim slammed him a few times with that. And Joe, I didn't get enough for Joe in.
Okay, I'm taking him out just because we do that with the judges, but Jim got the point. Okay.
I got the point, and I fucking hate bagels. I never eat bagels. I hate cream cheese. I despise cream
Damn it,
cheese.
Jim.
It's 2-2. We have a tie game. Your next question is going to be in the category of nerds. Okay.
So Joe picks first this time, which means I go first in the last part.
Right. Okay, Joe, you pick first in the question for nerds. What is the real king of calculus? Integrals or derivatives?
Okay. I know Joe's Googling what's the king of calculus.
Can you please just put your hands on screen? Thank you.
Derivatives.
There you go. So you get integrals, Jim. You can Google for the next 15 seconds. Joe, you go first. Go.
Derivatives are all about change, all about variables, and that's the spice of life. It's something it's variety, and that's why derivatives are the king of calculus, because it's all about the change, all about the variety. Integrals, boring.
Time. Good shit. Jim, go.
Integrals is better because it's actually more useful than derivatives. Derivatives suck.
Okay. 2 minutes.
You see, Jim, I live in the UK, and I know that king, queen, whatever, they don't need to be that useful. They're just sort of there. But the thing is, they're constantly changing.
So you're saying yours is the king of calculus, and that they don't matter. So yours doesn't matter. Here, like, we call stuff king because it's actually good. So I'm gonna go with mine is good.
It's not actually.
And king means good. You can stay with king means doesn't matter.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying it doesn't matter as much. But the fact of the matter is, the real king of life. It's variety. You don't want the same thing over and over again. You don't want to just have cream cheese and cream cheese and cream cheese. You want to have butter, but with bacon or with a salad. You want to change it up, but you want to keep some things the same. And that's the thing. It's about the variety. It's about the variables, and derivatives are fundamental to the solution of problems in calculus and different equations.
Yeah, and then so when everyone is forced to take calculus in high school and everyone hates it, they hate the derivative part because they go, how am I ever going to use this? And the answer is you're not, and you never use it because it's like, how big is that slope right there? Oh, I don't know, because derivatives sucked and I hated it. But it's like, what's the area of this room? It's like, oh, okay, that's part of integrals. So yeah, that's pretty good. I can use that.
But the good thing about derivatives is that they can be used to solve multiple equations, not just in calculus, but in other equations as well. And I think that's the true king, is something that not only is comfortable in its own space, but something that could spread out to other spaces.
You're doing the same thing
help you here.
You're like, mine is
one that goes to other areas of
butter. You're like, oh, when we're not talking about the thing we're talking about, my thing is better because people like it outside of the thing we're talking about. Whereas I'm still talking about calculus. You're like, derivatives are good when you don't want to use calculus, but I'm saying integrals are good when you're using calculus to do actual shit.
And help those in need. That's the point of the king. It's not just its own area; it spreads out.
Right.
As it does.
Disregard something.
I go first.
Okay. Yes. 10 seconds.
So Joe was talking about why derivatives are good outside of calculus and what being a king of something means, and like, who cares? Integrals you can actually use to do like areas and stuff with calculus.
Time. Okay. 10 seconds.
Jim is perfectly happy about saying why integrals are cool, but he's not actually looking at the question, the king, the real king. I defined what a king was, and also I said why derivatives fit into that pattern. They're fundamental to the problems.
I
just rips up a blurb and then reads it.
I took calculus at some point.
There's nothing about Mufasa in this blurb.
I took calculus at one point in my life, and if I'm not incorrect, derivatives and integrals are just the opposed to each other. Like, if you derivate a number and then you integrate that one, you get the original number back. So
exactly. Spot on, well done.
Good shit. Okay. Javi, you didn't vote last time.
Come on.
Who got the point?
Wait, the king of calculus is Nutella. Do I get
oh crap. Okay. Calculus is dumb. But I will say finding the area of the curve is always much more difficult. So I'm going to go with Joe.
Cool. Okay. Dylan.
Well, maybe it's just because of how passionate Jim talks, but he was able to make me go, yeah.
Ty, let's see what David says.
I hate math. I like how, honestly, Joe kind of sold me in the king doesn't matter line because he's right. So yeah, I'm Spanish. So yeah.
Joe gets the point.
Are we sure Dylan voted for Joe? I didn't get that from what he said.
No, Dylan voted for you.
Did you vote for Joe?
I voted for Jim.
Yeah, I get the point.
What?
No,
Hmm?
Who do you vote for?
I
Abby
would've-
and David, Dylan.
yeah, Javi said Joe, I thought. Go back to Javi.
How you said me?
No.
I said the
Javi.
area under a curve is more difficult, and I don't like doing it, so I went with Joe.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I got. Joe, Jim, Joe.
yeah. Those aren't
Fucked
two.
up.
Those aren't two words that sound kind of similar when the audio quality is not the best.
And now we have a lead. Are we taking this to overtime? Maybe. Okay, next category.
I don't know.
Sports. Okay. Mike, give them their question in sports. I'm
Okay,
going to
in
put it
sports.
online so you can read it.
Pitch a new sport mixing Quidditch with a real sport.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, who gets to pick first? Jim?
I do.
How do you know about Quidditch?
It's dumb.
Is he eating a
You can end-
lollipop? That's
Yeah.
okay, come on, Javi. What are you doing?
Lollipop.
Do you think Quidditch is dumb?
Eh.
Cool. David, what is Quidditch?
Are you going to let me answer?
No. Okay. Jim,
Okay.
do you have a...
I got it. I'm going gymnastics.
Okay. And Hot Fuzz, what do you got?
Darts.
Darts. Okay. 15 seconds, Jim.
Okay, so you know how gymnastics already has the rings thing? It's like we're taking that and like mix it with Quidditch. There's rings in Quidditch. You're gonna be like jumping from stuff and like catching, and it's pretty impressive and doing twirly stuff off of stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Okay. Joe.
Quidditch always has an element of risk to it, but the one thing that's not risky is the quaffle. It's a crap ball. Replace it with darts. Throw those through hoops. Throw them at goalkeepers. Throw them at each other. You know, let's just liven this up a little bit. The sport's already dumb. Let's just get some more people injured. Throw some darts at people. Fuck it.
That's savage. Okay. 2 minutes. Go.
Joe, is the NFL and soccer, football, and whatever part of the world you're in, and the NBA have taught us chicks dig the long ball, chicks dig points. Everyone loves points. We want more scoring. So mine, we're just going to mix in some gymnastic stuff. It's like they did a twirly thing off that hoop. We're going to give them 50 more points. So the snitch, you know, catching the snitch isn't as important because, like, you know, remember in the first movie where it's like, you know, oh, we're getting our ass kicked, but Harry caught the snitch. So whatever. We're cool. We win.
Yeah, but do you know what else people like? People like excitement. People like risk. That's why people watch Jackass. They love that sort of risk. And you know what? You're going to throw a couple of darts in there. Do you know what? The goalkeepers have a pretty easy life as it is. They just got to go off and try and have a save every now and
They
again.
already have to dodge,
The element
like-
of risk is throwing a dart. It's
They
dangerous.
have to already dodge like these monster ball things that they hit at each other with bats. Like
Yeah, but the
mine,
thing is,
it adds.
the thing is,
If you want to talk about risk, now you have like a small like Chinese guy or a Romanian girl doing like flips and stuff, and it's like and she catches the broom, and that's 50 points for Gryffindor. And then it's like, oh, but they're doing a balance broom part now from this girl from a random town in Texas who's gonna win gold. And she's
So what
like,
you're saying is the showboaters of the game just get points for showboating. Do you know what? That's showing off.
hell yeah,
You know what?
that
If you want
sounds
to earn real points, if you want
And
to earn
it's
real points in the game, what you want to do is you want to put yourself at risk. And the chasers have got
Yeah,
it pretty. They
you're
throw the
saying
ball to
risk.
each other, but this time they're throwing
Your whole
darts.
point is
It's much more
risk.
dangerous.
Whereas, like, if they're doing gymnastic moves, it's risk. Have you ever been to Cirque du Soleil when they do like the flippy thing and then they land on like a slack line? It's like, oh,
Yeah, but there's already magic involved.
You're adding like back to Quidditch.
There's a sport involving magic. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's no risk there because if they fall, Dumbledore's just going to stand up and arrest them.
And there's no risk if they have
10
darts that they
seconds.
can just control, like, and he just sends it away.
You're not allowed a wand. You're not allowed a wand. Come on, you just throw them. And the thing is, you could change the things in the sense they actually have points. More
Time. Okay.
So I went first. So Joe goes first now.
Okay. Joe, 10 seconds.
Quidditch needs more element of risk to it. I think the darts add a little bit more danger. You can change the hoops, you can change them to dartboards, so you get it in the middle, you're going to get 50 points. You get it a little bit off to the side, you're only going to get 1. This is what I'm talking about. It's adding more points to the game and also an element.
Time. I didn't understand it, but disregard it. Okay. 10 seconds.
Joe's whole thing is risk. My thing adds points and risk. And as we've already seen, other than one time in the third movie, Dumbledore doesn't save anybody from falling during Quidditch. So there's more risk with gymnastics.
Time. Do you remember that time Victor Crumb took the snitch, even though the 250 points?
Yeah, they were losing. He just played hero ball.
And then he ended the match. I don't get Quidditch. It's pretty stupid.
He's a selfish dickhead.
David, who won?
Jim used the word soccer, so I'm going with Joe.
Fair. Javi.
Okay. I think adding an added risk element to Quidditch is a bad idea. I think, but both of them argued for that, so I'm not going to count that in there. That said, using darts at this point when you have a bludger is kind of useless, so I'm going to go with Jim.
Good shit.
Javi's a great
Dylan,
man.
you get to choose the winner of the point.
Joe.
Good
Ooh.
shit. Okay.
Dylan just wants this to be over. Fuck you, Dylan.
So now he's 4-2. If Joe gets one more, he wins. If Jim gets 2, we have overtime. Will there be a comeback today? We'll figure it out. Our next question is going to be in movies. Okay.
Damn it.
The movies.
The movies. Michael, give them their question in movies.
What's the best 2022 movie starring Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, and Brad Pitt?
Do I get first pick? No, Joe does.
Bullet Train.
Okay.
There's only another one.
Oh, I didn't know that. The Lost City.
Okay. Hot Fuzz goes first. 15 seconds. Where's the thing? Go.
Bullet Train was a really fun movie. Some great character work, some great action throughout. And Channing Tatum's just a very small part in it. It's what Channing Tatum does best. It's a great funny cameo, some great fun lines. It reminded me of his cameo in This Is the End, which is another great cameo. Throughout the movie, full of entertainment.
Time. No. Disregard. Okay. Jim.
The Lost City is a movie that was released in theaters in 2022. And it was released in movie theaters in 2022.
It's also streaming. Okay. 2 minutes. Good luck.
So I've clearly lost because I haven't even seen Lost City. So like Bullet Train's really good, Joe. Like we could just take 2 minutes to talk about how good Bullet Train is.
It was really good. You know what? I think The Lost City had its moments. It really did. And Brad Pitt just sells any part he's in, and especially he does it in The Lost City. But I think it's something he's done before, whereas Bullet Train, it was him sort of being the outcast and the outsider, and I like that about it. Then again, The Lost City I also found was more enjoyable. I'm going to do both parts.
Sure. I mean, but like with Bullet Train, like that I have seen is like I didn't even know that was Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was like, oh man, that's Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's cool.
I mean, I give you that. It does lose points because he supports West Ham, and West Ham are a little bit scummy. I was 10 seats away from some West Ham fans about 3 days ago. They were throwing abuse. I was throwing it back.
I didn't know that was Michael Shannon in Bullet Train either until we got a question about it. Something different.
Not Michael Sheen. Michael Shannon.
Yeah, I said Shannon.
You said Shannon. I heard that you said Shannon.
I was like, oh, that's Michael Shannon. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that when I saw the credits.
Yeah, there's some Daniel Radcliffe's a fine villain in the
Harry Potter.
Yeah, he was Harry Potter. He was. I remember that.
Everyone loves Harry
He was
Potter.
a fine villain in it, but
And now he's going to be Weird Al. That looks fun.
it
Hey,
doesn't
Lost City
count. I'm
has
looking
Harry
forward to
Potter
it.
/ Weird Al in it, so give me the points, guys.
I mean, it does. The only movie that has Weird Al in it.
Yeah.
I can verify that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ending it.
Brian Tyree Henry does a British accent.
Where's
Disregard that. Nazario ended it.
Yes. Who goes first? Fuck.
That would definitely be me.
Okay, cool. Go.
One of my friends, Molly, went and saw this after we went bowling Lost City, and she said it was pretty good. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So I've heard. You know, Joe seemed to like it. So
Disregard Joe seems like.
okay, don't talk. Joe doesn't like it. You didn't hear that.
Go, Joe.
I like both these movies. I think, but if you look at my letterbox list, I think Bullet Train is higher, and I think it has a higher rating on some of those websites that collate ratings.
Time. Okay. Javi, who won?
I don't want this to end. Congrats, Jim. You won.
David.
I want to sleep. Congrats, Joe. You won.
Dylan gets to decide to pick a game.
Why?
Send us the TV. We both like TV.
I like your shirt.
One more round. I'll go with Jim.
One more game.
We get to talk about TV, Joe. We were both champions of that thing at some point. When it was, what was the episode title that of Family Guy episode 7, season 3 with
Oh my god.
27 minutes in?
Hey, remember that time when I was doing a TV match and they asked me like name 3 or 4 of the road to whatever's from Family Guy? The fuck.
Road to Europe.
Okay.
Road to
Put
Europe.
Family Guy's a strength. You better have seen every fucking episode.
I have a wheel. I'm gonna spin it, even though
No
it's
whammies,
only
no
two
whammies,
choices.
no whammies, no whammies,
TV. Okay. So
And
your
now it's going to
question,
be like, what's your favorite My Little Pony or something?
the question is, who gets to pick first here?
I
Jim.
do.
Cool. The question is, what show will piss off fans first, House of Dragons or Ring of Soft Power? And I'm gonna fix that because it says per, not or. Or. There you go. Is Jim already pissed off?
No. I have to look at what I sent Lucas Schildbach real quick. You know, my BFF.
The Shark Boy, yes.
I'm going to go with Hot D. House of the Dragon. Yeah.
Okay.
Rings
So-
of Power.
You guys Rings of Power. Let me go. And Jim, 15 seconds.
House of the Dragon pissed off people already after the first episode. Feminists hate it. Rings of Power wasn't even out yet.
Okay. 50 seconds, Joe.
In order for a show to piss off its fans first, it has to actually gain fans first, or the actual universe has to have fans first. And I feel like Game of Thrones fans are already pissed off. Lord of the Rings fans, not so much.
You guys got 2 minutes. Good luck.
Didn't
that's
you
the thing.
say that Lord of the Rings fans aren't pissed off yet? That's the point of the question.
No, so which one will piss off fans first? And the difference is House of Dragon hasn't had a chance to piss anyone off. Game of Thrones.
I
pissed fans
will,
about uniform.
I will counter you with Roxy Stryer, August 21st, 2022. The last thing I need from my fantasy show is to continue to show women not having choices over their body.
That's
That
not
was
fan.
utterly
That's not
disgusting.
fan.
Hard
Because
to
that's
watch.
what the show is.
It's too close to home. This show is obviously well done, but yuck. Feminists hate it. It's not woke.
But the
House of
fact of the matter is, you
Dragon
said
is not
fans,
woke.
and that
You know
person,
what's really, Joe? Do you know what's really woke?
That's from
Rings of
episode.
Power. Galadriel's woke.
But that's the thing is that review is from episode 1, so clearly they weren't a fan at all. So if you're a fan of the show, you have to actually like it. But the fact is, these shows are both brand new, so they both have to. You have to look at the fans of the initial universe. Game of Thrones has already pissed people off. It's got a lot less stakes behind it. The Lord of the Rings, however, is still in good standing because the last thing they did was
the Hobbit stuff, which everyone hated already.
Not everyone hated it. I think
Same
they're
argument.
middling.
Everyone hates the end of Game of Thrones. Everyone hates the 3 Hobbit movies. We're on equal standing, Joe.
Exactly, but the difference is House of the Dragon hasn't got source material to go off of. The fact of the matter is the Lord of the Rings lore, the stuff that because they haven't been written yet. But the fact of the matter is the Lord of the Rings stuff, the stuff that happened in the past has been written, so it's stuff that cannot stay true. And I think that's more likely to piss off the true fans.
This isn't
House of the Dragon.
This is like new original stuff that they put in like the Second Age or some shit like that. What Robert Parker told me.
Yes, but the fact of the matter is, it's still some of the stuff is still based on stuff because they bought the rights to some.
But
of the
House
stuff
of the Dragon is not woke. And that made a lot of people mad about how unwoke it was in the first episode. So
I think that's more people. I think you're looking at more people who judge media on its wokeness, rather than people who are actually going to become fans of it. He said, which one will piss off fans? It's which one will piss off fans.
Fans are also stupid because they said like Boba Fett was the coolest character of all time, and like he was on screen for 10 seconds. So fans suck.
Bye.
For the closing.
Okay. I think it's Joe goes, right?
Just based on their previous stuff, you have to look at it. It took the Middle Earth 6 hours, then it started pissing people off. The thing is with Game of Thrones, it took 8 seasons, and then it took 7 seasons, then it started pissing people off. So if you're going to go based on the previous history, Rings of Power will be a lot quicker.
Time. Quicker. Disregard. Okay.
I said that before the word time.
Joe keeps talking about like outside of the shows that we're talking about, whereas like House of Dragon pissed people off after the first episode. People still like Rings of Power. Nobody's really that pissed except Elon Musk. And fuck him.
Right. Fuck him. Disregard.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Fine. Fuck him. Allow it. Dylan. For what?
I like Joe's argument about basically like the fans there already being a source material that people are attached to that could piss people off. So I'm going to go with Joe.
Javi. Who won?
I refuse to watch either of these shows. That said, I refuse to watch the Rings of Power one because I'm a fan of Middle Earth and it doesn't look interesting. So I'm going with Joe as well.
I, for a second, thought he wasn't going to vote. Okay.
The answer was Nutella.
Damn it! Your vote doesn't count. Okay. And your winner. And, give me a second. New champion! Joe! Where's the... Joe! Hot Fuzz! Ferry. Got the belt down. That's number 2. Okay? He also has number 1. Give me a second. Where's the other one? Pretty sure he had it. Fuck. Might have lost it. Yeah, I lost it. He has one. Wait, give me a second. You know what? Dead air doesn't really matter. And let me look. Mike Vamp, God's sakes.
Joe, how do you feel about getting the victory today?
If you visit TeePublic, the video store section of TeePublic, you can buy your Joey 7 belts, t-shirts, hoodies, phone cases, mugs, stickers. You can also buy some new Wookiee mistake stuff that Disney has decided not to take down just yet, probably because it's a cartoon Wookiee and not a real Wookiee. But you can get t-shirts, you can get phone cases. I'll be getting a t-shirt and a phone case, just so you guys know. Buy their shit. It's good shit.
Hey, Joe, just so you know, that tweet I read from Roxy Strider followed up with Roxy Strider putting a post, "Are men and women equal?" So,
oh my god,
that's what that tweet led to. When I, of course,
I'm just gonna bring the judges in, guys. I want to thank you for your effort for making this
very difficult. Very difficult. Thank you.
Javi,
yeah.
How could they have made it even better?
Nutella.
If they went with Nutella, yeah.
Okay. Dylan, what can they do to make this debate even better?
Can I say what Javi could have done to make it better?
Yes.
Can't yield the goddamn point. You can't yield your vote. This is bullshit.
Good shit. David,
Rookie of the year, Maya.
you want to go to sleep?
What?
You want to go to sleep?
Overrated.
Good shit. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks to the judges. Thanks to Mike. Thanks to the players. Jim, your comeback was kind of weak after so long.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put you in a number one contender against the winner of other two random people I'm gonna select because they deserve it. But
Okay.
Joe, your next match is gonna be against Andrew Barr.
Can I judge
Finally,
that?
gonna happen. Yes, Jim can judge that.
Yeah, fuck off, Bar. You're getting nothing.
Thanks to the 5 people who showed up and watched part of this, and mostly to the 3 people who are still watching. It's been the BVG, completely original name and logo. Buy our shit. See you next time. We debate.
Cue Curb Your Enthusiasm